Well, as the race for the White House heats up, more candidates are hoping to make themselves viable contenders. Right now, polling shows President Biden and former President Trump are likely the nominees for their respective parties. But third-party and independent candidates could take away votes from both of them. Talking candidates like Robert Kennedy Jr., Dr. Jill Stein, who ran in 2016. NewsNation's Elizabeth Prann joins us live. Elizabeth, what do the polls show when voters do have that third option?
Well, Nicole, it shows that they make quite a bit of difference. I mean, there's increased evidence of potential disruption when it comes to the election in November. So we have this poll initially. This is NBC, an NBC poll. You can see former President Trump up against President Biden. They're neck and neck, essentially 46 and 46. Yes, there is a 3% margin of error, but in any case, that is anyone's race to be won, right? So when other candidates jump in, look at this. When voters are presented with a libertarian option, a no labels, a Green Party, you mentioned 2016, we can think of Jill Stein at that point, Trump loses about 7% of his vote. And if you look at Biden, it's down 10%. So one could argue in recent history, a third party would be hugely consequential. We did speak with a professor who said, yes, we can take these polling into consideration, but when it comes to folks going to the voting booth, they may not elect a third party for Pennsylvania Avenue. Here he is.
It's very easy to tell a pollster, oh, sure, I'm going to vote for RFK Jr. or Cornel West or Jill Stein or whoever is running. But once you get into the polling booth, there is something called the wasted vote syndrome. You know, I love you, RFK Jr., but I know you can't win, so I'm not going to waste my vote on you. I'm going to vote for someone else.
All right, so let's take a walk down memory lane. Remember Ross Perot in the 90s, but we've talked multiple times just in this hit about 2016. That was when we saw at least 6% of the vote going for not only the Libertarian Party, other parties, Gary Johnson, but the Green Party candidate Jill Stein. In fact, she just announced on X this week that she's back.
The political system is broken. The two Wall Street parties are bought and paid for. Over 60% of us now say the bipartisan establishment's failed us, and we need a party that serves the people.
All right, Nicole, as you mentioned at the top of this hit, right now voters have 3 additional options. They have RFK Jr., they have Colonel West, they have Jill Stein, but, you know, we have been talking about one senator quite a bit over the past 24 hours. So whether or not we see Senator Joe Manchin jump into the race is anyone's guess. Back to you.
Thank you, Elizabeth. Yeah, Cornel West, who had been part of the Green Party, but says he's out of that now, running as an independent. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.